So, would you like to tell everyone your name, please?
Sure. Hello, my name is Hannah Brackenbury.
Okay, so what are you doing here tonight?
I have come up from Brighton tonight to perform some musical comedy here at Bar Whatever. I'm very excited. I've played here several times in the past, but it must have been at least 3 or 4 years since I was last here, so I'm very excited to be back. It's always a great night.
It's really cool, and you know, you are a musician that, as you say, you have played many times with us, and as many who have played many times with us, your career and what you kept on developing and it's kept on going really, really well.
Yeah.
So where are you about now?
Yeah, I've had the craziest year this year. It all started really back in April when further back than that, January, when I entered the Musical Comedy Awards, and by the time we got to April, I'd reached the final of the competition, which was a really big deal for me. I got to play at the big upside down purple cow on the South Bank at the Other Belly, which was fantastic, really good experience, and that was a real launch pad for me this year. I've then gone on to do a solo tour, did 9 dates around the UK, released a new album. I've just been gigging non-stop pretty much all through the summer, all around Brighton, in London, and all across the country really. I've done quite a lot of prides, Bristol Pride, Birmingham Pride, various festivals. So yeah, it's just gone a bit mad, but it's great. Good mad. Yeah, all good.
No, but that is really cool, because also, you know, I know before you were described as a Victoria Wood, or you know, Victoria Wood-esque.
Yes.
And now I saw you had been described as the lesbian love child between Victoria Wood and Tim Minchin.
That's right. Yes, yeah.
So kind of are people comparing you very much with them too, of your style?
I always have been compared to Victoria Wood, because I mean, I'm playing guitar tonight. I'm doing all guitar set, but a lot of what I do, I certainly started out playing the piano, so obviously the comparison's even more so with Victoria Wood. But yeah, I like to think what I do is kind of for the next generation on from her, whereas you know, she's amazing, but some of her stuff is a little bit, I don't want to say dated, because it's not, it is still relevant.
More
but
innuendos.
It's certainly, yes, it's targeted at slightly an older generation, whereas people like Tim Minchin, who've brought musical comedy up to a different generation, I like to think I fit somewhere in between those two, and they're both big heroes of mine, so to be compared to either of them is a great honour.
No, because I think it is really amazing, because you are really funny, and I can agree what you say. Victoria maybe was sometimes more innuendos, and you maybe say it more straightforward. I think that is the next sort of like, we don't have to sort of like shy away too much.
Sure.
Yeah. So okay, so what are your kind of like other inspirations, or you know, are you writing both song and lyrics yourself?
Yes, I do it all myself. Yeah, songs and lyrics. I've done a lot of parodies over the last few years, so taking other people's songs and changing the words, which some people say is a little bit of a cheat. It's not true musical comedy, but I don't know. People like it. People like to hear songs they recognise, and then it's even more of a joke when they hear the words twisted just a little bit. So I'll carry on doing a bit of that, but I'd like to write some more new material, maybe do another CD for next year. Certainly I'd like to write a whole new show's worth of songs for Brighton Fringe Festival next year. That's the next big project, I think, for next year.
And then doing a full 1 hour show.
I think so, yeah.
So where do you take, because I also know when I went through your sort of a songbook on YouTube, you're kind of also having a few songs that are raising a little political agenda of things you're not so happy with.
Sure, yeah, that's a recent thing in Brighton. If any of you have seen the lovely I360 tower, which has been built on Brighton seafront, it's a great big monstrosity of a thing. You know, I mean, the concept of it is great. A viewing tower, looking out over the beach and the seafront and everything, but it is very, very ugly. It is basically just a big grey pole, and that's what the song I wrote is called, Big Grey Pole. It's a parody of Joni Mitchell's Big Yellow Taxi, but I changed the words, and as soon as that went online, that went all around Brighton. I was in the local paper, on the radio, it went crazy. So I didn't make many fans at the I360, but I don't care, because everyone hates the bloody thing. So a little bit of a protest song, if you like.
Well, that is always good to raising you up. If you're not happy with things, you know, it's a good gift of being able to sing about it.
People keep asking me to write a song about Southern Rail, so that might be on the cards, in the next couple of weeks if things don't improve pretty soon. It's quite bad.
On your journey home tonight.
That's it. Get some inspiration.
Like, you know, some really I hope not, but you know.
I hope not too.
No, that is cool. So what would you say, so how long have you been doing this now, would you say?
The comedy.
Would you call yourself professional? professional singer-songwriter.
Yeah, I suppose I am now. This year I think I've crossed that line over from doing it as a hobby and doing it as, you know, for 7 years I've been working away at it since I moved to Brighton. That's when I started on the comedy stuff, and it's taken 7 years of building myself up, going from open mics and then building up to cabaret nights and spots here and there, and of course all the stuff I did with the Short and Girly show was really good opportunity to perform in front of different audiences, so that's been really great. But yeah, I think this year I've finally kind of reached the point where I've kind of stepped it up a little bit more, and yeah, I'm hoping to keep building on that.
Yeah, no, I think it is brilliant, because I think it is, you know, we talked a little bit about this earlier, it is that thing of keep on doing things, and then suddenly you are where you kind of wished you hoped for.
Yeah.
And so now when you are at this stage, what do you plan or hope for in your future?
Well, like I say, I'd like to write a new show for next year for Brighton Fringe. I did Brighton Fringe this year for the first time, but it was a bit of a higgledy-piggledy show of just lots of random songs. But I've got some ideas in my head of structuring a proper show. And then this year I've had my first little taster of the Edinburgh Festival. I went up there just for 4 days, and I really got the bug up there. I really would like to go up and do a full show up there. Whether it's for the whole month or just for a week, I don't know. We'll see how things pan out. But I think that would be the goal for next year is more festival stuff, and just playing to more new audiences really. But yeah, like you say, just getting out there and playing as much as possible. That's what I've always done. It's just
because that is how you learn the trade. That is how you learn how to do it, and you learn how to do it with very little good technique, or you know, like whatever the venues or audience bring, you manage to handle it. So but congratulations.
Thank you.
And I'm really looking forward to seeing what the future brings, but also really looking forward to the gig tonight.
Me too.
So thank you. Thank you so much.